Welcome back to Bad Attitude C10.
Alright guys, so during the mock-up to put in the engine mounts and the transmission crossmember, we realized that our truck pan that we purchased after listening to what everybody else has said online and reading the forums that a truck pan is ideal for a C10, well, our pan hung down about an inch below our front crossmember. So we went on ahead and did some more research, and we found a pan that's 302-2 is a part number, and basically it comes with everything. It's the pan, the pickup, and the cool thing about the pickup is it actually has two retaining hoses, so you can utilize both retaining bolt holes that are in there from the factory instead of having to use an upgraded washer with a bolt. In addition to the pan, another thing that we thought was pretty cool about it is internally baffled, and it does have the bypass set up for the oil cooler already with it. So you get all the hardware, your pickup tube, your baffle, and everything. So let's go. So if you notice in the bottom of the pan, there's 4 threaded holes. These will be the holes for the retaining bolts for our baffle. So the baffle looks pretty clean, and I don't know if it's CAD plated or what, but it's pretty nice, and the fit that goes in the pan is pretty snug. So all in all, so far everything looks good. Well, I kind of got sidetracked there. The first hardware that I picked up was actually the retaining bolts that go on the bypass for the oil cooler. So I went on ahead and got the gasket and the bypass and used anti-seize, seeing how we're putting metal bolts into an aluminum pan. I went on ahead and put anti-seize on the threads, and then we're going to go ahead and tighten these guys up. Now these guys will be torqued once the pan is put on the engine itself. That way it's a little more stable and we're not fighting it on a table. With that completed, we went on ahead and maintained our focus and installed our baffle retaining hardware. Again, since we were putting the steel bolts in an aluminum pan, we are using anti-seize. And as I've stated before, that anti-seize is like glitter. That shit gets everywhere. As you can see, our drain plug actually has an O-ring to help it seal. I will put anti-seize on the threads, and we're just going to snug this up hand tight for now, and before I get oil in it, and when we torque everything else on the pan, we'll take care of that. Now, as you can see, the thread adapter for our oil filter is actually pipe thread, so we will use a thread sealer on it to help it seal. Now, we are going to go ahead and put this on and snug it up. We will actually torque it down once the pan's on the engine and it's a little more stable. So here you can actually get a visual comparison of the truck pan and the low profile 302-2 pan, which is also considered to be an F-body like a Camaro pan. So there is a drastic difference in the height. Hang tight and I'll get your ruler. So as you can see, the drain plug here is close to 5.5. And on this taller pan, get a little better view here. It's about like 8 1/4 or so. So while we show you a little bit of an overall comparison, seeing the inside and everything, guys, just understand a standard swap in a C10 probably would not need this pan, but with us having the aftermarket crossmember and doing the drop, the pan being an inch lower than the crossmember wouldn't be safe. So join us next time for the install of our new pan. Please like and subscribe.